Hi and welcome to the Attention Seeking Podcast. I'm Chris Healey from changehq.co.uk. I'm a coach of adults with ADHD. This clip is about information overload. The info in this clip is drawn from Johann Hari's fascinating new book, which I read last weekend. It's called Stolen Focus: Why You Can't Pay Attention and How to Think Deeply Again. I would recommend the book to anyone. It's not about ADHD. It's about how everyone in modern society is suffering from a continual reduction to their attention span. Research into attention in society over the last 150 years shows that people's focus has always been reducing. Professor Lehman's research included Google Books' enormous digital repository of scanned books from over 150 years ago, to the length of time that trending hashtags on Twitter remained in their charts. His results clearly show a continual reduction in attention to major issues. It's always been reducing, but the rate of attention reduction is seemingly exponential. He explains that if we use the information contained in a broadsheet newspaper as 1 unit, then in 1986 the average person would have been bombarded daily from all media sources with information equivalent to 46 newspapers. But then, in 2007, the average person would have faced an onslaught of information equivalent to 187 newspapers. I dread to think what the number would be now. He compares information overload to someone trying to drink water from a fire hose at full blast. Obviously, this makes the world feel like it's speeding up, and is potentially even more troubling for people with ADHD, who are so easily distracted and even at times overwhelmed by the environment around us. And Professor Lehman correctly asserts that the overload of information causes us to suffer a marked reduction in the depth of the information we absorb, careful thought, and consequently in our compassion when responding to information we receive, because there's no time for it. We can add to that the email evolution, which means we receive work emails on our personal phones and often out of work hours. We also need to factor in the app and device designers, whose companies are spending billions creating ways to keep each of us distracted and therefore spending longer on their platforms. And all of these distractions are only likely to grow in the immediate future. So, how can we use this interesting research to improve our own focus? This information flood is exhausting our attention resources. Exhaustion equals stress equals less focus. But we should take solace in knowing that awareness is our first step to remedy. So I guess we need to try to limit these distractions. Try to use focus or do not disturb functions daily on your phone. Maybe try to engage in exercise, meditation, any other mindful activity to get away from or silence momentarily these most pervasive sources of information overload. Thanks for watching and/or listening. Feel free to get in touch, comment or subscribe to changehq.co.uk. I'd love to hear from you.